Should be ready to go here in just a minute, so stick with me here. Oh, not too late. All right, well, today's going to be a little bit of a lonely one, as you can see. It's just me. And we've also done a little bit of rearranging, so a little more room to move around. The only thing you're going to need today is some kind of a raised surface. So if you have a staircase wherever you are doing the class today, maybe consider using it. If you have some kind of a step stool that's close by, grab it. If you don't, that's fine. We'll give you modifications for it. If you've got some extra weights, feel free to grab them because we can use them to make some of these exercises a little bit harder. But the goal for today is going to be some lower body strength stuff along with lots of core. And then we will finish today off with kind of a cardio burn at the end. Don't worry, it will not be for very long. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to do a quick warm up. If you've got something to hold on to, you can hold on to it for balance, but we're just going to start out with some leg swings, some nice dynamic moves here. We don't do a ton of sit and reach stretching when we start just because it's going to wear out our stretch receptors, which are important for moving athletically. So we're just going to go front to back. Front to back with the other foot. While you guys are doing that, I want to make sure I'm not muted. Testing. Perfect. Horror stories. Bad memories. See if you can get up a little bit higher than I can. Good. We'll do some out to the side as well. I like to bend over and just get them swinging. Open up those hips a little bit. Good. Switch them. Hopefully your balance is better than mine. If any of you have seen me try to do yoga, you know what I mean. All right, we're going to do some trunk twists. I like to start out slow on these and then work up a bit faster. So what we'll do today, we got 3 rounds of exercises. Each round has got 3 exercises. Let's bend over. We'll do each exercise for 30 seconds, and we'll go through that round a total of 4 times. Good. Good. Arm swings to the front. We'll reverse it. All right, we got neck rolls. Head to the right. To begin with, I'm going to adjust my phone here so that my timer doesn't shut off on me in the middle of one of our exercises. Switch. Take the neck going the other way. All right, we're going to march in place. And I'll turn the volume off so you guys don't have to listen to that. Should be a nice weekend out. Still sad that there's no baseball for me to watch. I'm sure you're heartbroken as well, but fingers crossed it comes back soon. All right, good. So, our first 3 exercises that we're going to run through. We're going to do a single leg hip bridge. We're going to do a side crunch. We're going to do a step out plank. For the side bridge, we're going to start laying on our back. And we're going to go with a single leg. If the single leg is too difficult, you can use both legs. But a single leg is just going to be whichever one you want on the ground. I'm going to start with my left, take the other one straight up, and we're going to use this left leg and our hamstrings and our glutes to push our hips straight up. Take it up, hold it for a second, drop it back down, go back up. If you want to make it a little bit harder and you got some weight laying around, you can put that weight right there on your hips if you want. But we've got 30 seconds. I'm starting on the left leg. Begin. Just push straight up. Dig into that heel. Drive straight up as high as you can. Get a good squeeze at the top and bring it back down. We've got 30 seconds. Try to keep that leg that's up in the air straight. And make sure that the abs stay tight the whole time. Got 5 seconds. Done. Now take the leg that you just had up in the air. We're going to roll it across like we're stretching our glutes. And we're just going to do a side crunch. So hands are going to go behind the head. And we're just going to take it straight up. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Focus on picking yourself up using the abs. Don't just throw your head forward. You're about halfway. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1, done. All right, flip it over. We're going to do a step out plank. So you can start your plank either from your hands or from your forearms, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. And all we're going to do is hold that plank, but step out with our feet. We've got 30 seconds. We're going to start now. So step out, step back. And if you're wondering when we're going to hit the other sides, well, we're going to hit them when we go through the round again. So just remember what leg you had up and all that. About halfway. We want slow and deliberate. 5 seconds. Done. Flip back over on your back. We're going to do the hip bridge with the other leg this time. So for me, my right one's down, left one is up. Hands are flat. And go. Drive up through the heel. Good squeeze at the top. Should feel this in what we call the posterior chain. Like I said, that's your hamstrings, your glutes, maybe even in the lower back a little bit. Calf is going to be used to stabilize. About halfway. 5 seconds. Good. Now take that leg, roll it over so we're hitting the other side. And we got our side crunches. Ready? Go. And you can make these easier or more difficult based on how far away your hands are. If you want to take your hands real far over your head, it's going to make them tougher. If you want to bring them down to your chest, it's going to make them a little bit easier. About 10 seconds. I like them behind my head because it also supports my head. 3, 2, 1. Good. Flip it back over. We're going back to the plank. And go. Take that step out. Maybe you want to go a little wider. Bring it back. Maybe you just want to plank. If this is too hard, you can just do a normal plank or you can plank from the knees. Either way, we got about 10 seconds. 3. Done. All right, flip it back over. We got our hip bridge. Same leg as the first time through. So for me, that's my left. Right one goes up in the air. And go. About halfway. Hopefully you guys got good weekend plans. 5 seconds. Good. Take that leg, cross it over, get your breath real quick. And we got crunches. Go. Maybe work out in the yard a little bit. Grill out. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. Good. Flip it over. We got planks. Got to make sure to wish all my fellow dads out there happy Father's Day. Begin. If you did not know it's Father's Day on Sunday, you're welcome for the warning. Please don't get him a tie. About halfway. Five seconds. Good. Flip it back over. You got your last round here. But for me, I'm going to start with the right leg down, left leg up. Got a hip bridge. And go. Really drive that hip up as high as you can and focus on a good squeeze at the top. If you want to hold it at the top a little bit longer, you can. About 10 seconds. Done. Take that leg, roll it over. Got our side crunches. We'll make these a little more tough. Take my hands straight out. Ready? Go. About halfway. Again, really feel it in the abs. 3 seconds. 2, One more. Good. Flip it over. You have the last round of step out planks. Ready? Begin. Nice and quiet on the feet. We're not throwing them down. Come back. Take it out step. Bring it back. Try not to let the hips shift like this as we're doing it. Try to keep them nice and flat. About halfway. Five seconds. Done. All right, relax. Get something to drink. Our next ones are going to be lunges, a weighted sit-up if you have weights. If not, we will do just a normal sit-up. And we'll be doing a side plank. What we're going to do with the lunges is going to be a little bit different than we usually do. We're going to actually gain some ground on these. So when we lunge, we're going to do a straight lunge with one leg, forward lunge with one leg, reverse lunge with the other leg. So I'm going to start with my forward lunge on the right leg, reverse lunge on the left leg. So forward with the right, gain some ground, reverse it with the left. And then when we go through, we'll flip those, okay? So, you got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Down, gain some ground, back it up. If you need to hold on to something, you're welcome to. A broom handle is great. Any kind of furniture is fine. About 10 seconds left. Looking for 90 degrees at the hips, in the knees. Give me one more reverse. Good. Now we're going to do the weighted sit-up. Like I said, if you don't have a weight, you can just do a normal sit-up. We're going to go knees bent, heels down. Weight's going to be back over our head. Bring it up into about our feet. Ready? Go. If this is too hard, again, you can take the weight out. You don't have to use the weight. You can straighten the legs out. That will help give you a little more leverage to get up. Try not to throw the arms. We don't want this. Okay? Try to keep them pretty much straight forward to the chest. About 10 seconds. Maybe. I kind of lost count on this one. And one more. Good. All right, side plank. You can go from the elbow or the hand, your choice. I'm going to go from the elbow. You can stack the feet or spread them apart, whatever you want to do, but you got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. And if you want to go by the book here, we're really thinking a straight line between head and ankles. I actually like to bring my hip up a little bit higher. I'm big on modifying as you need to feel it the way you want to. But we're about halfway, a little past halfway. Five seconds. Good. Relax. Take it back up. Then we're going to lunge. This time you're going to go forward with the leg you went backwards with the first time. So for me, I'm going forward left leg, backward right leg. I'll do them straight on too. Ready? Go. Ooh, already messed up on the first one. Remember, we're gaining ground, then backing it up. About halfway. If you want a little extra balance challenge, you can always do hands overhead. Got one more each way. Good. Go back down. More of our sit-ups. Ready? Begin. This is a great environment for me because it's a very empty building today. So I really get to hear myself, which is kind of my favorite thing to listen to. About 10 seconds. Remember, use those abs to get up. Give me 2 more. 1, 2. Very nice. Keep it on the ground. We're going to flip around. We got our side plank. And we're going to start now. It's a little bit cooler in here today, in case you're wondering how it feels in the room. A little over halfway. I need to get a watch like Buzz has. Actually, I take it back. Exciting news. We have a very nice counter coming. Done. A very nice digital clock. Big shout out to our friend Jenna for that. You guys should all know who that is, if you've watched on Fridays in the past. All right, we got our lunges. I'm going back to where I started, stepping out with the right, back with the left. Begin. I messed up the first one again. If you want to make these a little bit tougher, and you don't want to work on the balance, you can hold weights in the hands. If you've got a broomstick, put that over the shoulders. You got about 10 seconds left. Remember, don't let the feet line up as you lunge. Keep them hip width apart. 1 more backward. Nice. Take it back to the ground for a sit-up. We're going to start now. Hopefully you're getting that little burn in the abs starting to set in. A little bit of a sweat worked up. You're about halfway through this one. Past halfway. Give me 2 more. Very nice. Drop it down. Flip it. And we got side plank. Ready? Begin. If you need help with balance, this other hand can be used. If you need more of a challenge with balance, the other leg can be lifted, but I'm not good enough at planks to do that, so I'll leave that to you experts at home. About 10 seconds. Although I will say I have improved since starting these. Not quite Buzz level. Good, but I don't think anybody is. All right, last set of lunges. I'm going to do these with the bar on my back. Ready? Begin. So I'm starting with the left leg, backing it up with the right. Like I was talking about last round, make sure that these feet stay about hip width apart for the whole move. Don't get in this habit where they're lining up next to each other like this. We don't want to do that. That's not good for our knees or our hips. About 10 seconds. 5. I'm going to get 1 more forward and back and call it. Good. We'll take it back to the ground for our weighted sit-up. And I'm going to go weight on the chest this time. That will make it a little bit harder so I don't have all this leverage out in front of me. Ready? Oh, yeah. And again, you don't need a lot of weight to make these tough. If I wanted to go even harder than this, I could go behind my head. I could go way out here. But against my chest is good enough for today. About 10 seconds. We're running a little bit long on this one, but that's all right. One more. Good. Flip it over. We've got a side plank. Last exercise for this cycle. 30 seconds. Go. These have officially gotten tougher for me, so I'll be a little bit more quiet. Give you a little more of a reprieve. About 10 seconds. 5. Good. Very nice. We're through 2. Last round, we've got a step up, a heel touch with a crunch, and then we got a reverse crunch. Now, for the step up is where we're going to need that raised surface. Like I said, if you've got stairs there in the room you're doing this in, or some kind of a stable raised surface, you can use that. Don't use an ottoman or a couch, please. If you don't have either of those, you can just simply do a body weight squat. For the step-ups, all we're going to do is start on one leg. I'm going to start with my right. The right leg is not going to leave the box, okay? There's 100 different ways to do step-ups, but this is the way I do them. I keep the foot on there. I'm just focusing on lifting up and back down, okay? So we're going to do one leg here. We'll take it down for the heel touch for the crunch, and then we'll do the reverse crunch. We got 30 seconds, and it starts now. Up and down. So we're pushing through the middle point in our foot. And it helps to kind of lean forward and get your weight over that foot. If these are too hard, use a shorter surface or start higher up so that you're closer to the top. About 10 seconds. They're too easy. You can use a higher surface. Done. Good. Going to go on our backs. So we got 4 heel touches. So that's the one with our shoulder blades up, touch, 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 and then a crunch. Okay? 30 seconds. Go. Touch, 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 and then a crunch. Shoulder blades should not touch the ground until you're about to do the crunch. If it's too hard, bring your feet farther apart. If it's too easy, bring them closer together or farther away from you. But you got about 5 seconds. I'm going to get one more round in. Good. Reverse crunch, we're going to stay right here. Hands can go underneath your backside or against your sides or underneath your head. We're just going to roll the knees to the chest. Use our hips and our abs to rotate the legs up. Don't throw the legs up, okay? 30 seconds, begin. Try not to let those feet touch the ground. If you have to, you can. Don't let that angle in the knees get too tight either, because your range of motion won't be very good. Try to keep it about 90 degrees. And again, the key part of this move is lifting the hips up off the ground. You've got about 10 seconds. 5. I'm going to get 2 more in. 1 more. Good. Back up. Left leg on the box this time, or on the stair, or on, hopefully you're not using a coffee table. 30 seconds, go. If these are still too easy, you can hold weights. These are a very good exercise. They're one of my favorites. Very functional. 5 seconds. Good. Back down. Heel touches with a crunch. Ready? Go. 4 touches and a crunch. Keep those shoulder blades up off the ground. Got about 10 seconds. I'm going to run through 2 more cycles. Give me 2 more at home. Good. Catch your breath real fast and go straight into the reverse crunches. Hands underneath the backside, knees 90 degrees. Roll those hips up and go. About 5 seconds. Done. Back up. Got our step ups. Going to the right leg. And go. Really focus on pulling yourself up with this leg and not jumping up with the other leg. Pull yourself up off the ground with the leg that's on the box or the stair or the chair. Or if you're just squatting, squat normal. We've got 2 more. Good. Back down. Heel touches and a crunch. And go. And despite it being a little cooler in here today, I am not any less sweaty. About 5 seconds. I'm going to go one more time through. Good. We're going to go straight into the reverse crunches. Ready? Go. I actually like these the most. These are probably my favorite lower ab exercise. Just because I can really feel it where I want to feel it. But if they're too easy for you, you can always go with a straight leg lift. I tend to prefer these because the straight leg ones, I feel a little too much in my hip flexors and not as much in my abs. 5 seconds. Feeling it where you want to feel it is the most important thing. Good. All right, back up. We got our last round. Go left leg. And go. And focus on pulling yourself up with the leg, not pushing with the off leg. I usually stand a little bit off to the side of the box so that as I come up, the legs can be equal. About 5 seconds. One more. Good. Back down, our last round of ab stuff. Shoulder blades are up. Ready, go. You know, the more I look at this timer, the more I think I might even be a little worse than Katie on Thursdays at actually doing 30 seconds. I get talking, and we end up doing 40 or 45. About 10 seconds left. I'm going to go one more. Good. All right, last round of reverse crunches. Ready? Go. If you want to get real excited and make these harder, and you've got the equipment, take a rubber or resistance band, get it around the ankles, and attach it to the leg of a couch, and pull against some resistance. That makes these real fun. You got about 10 seconds left. 5. One more. Good. Wow. And that is it for the exercise cycles. The last one that we have, we're going to go a minute of up downs, which is just the middle portion of a burpee. And then we're going to do jumping jacks for a minute. If you got to go, you've got to go. I understand, but I hope that you stick around with me. All right, we got 1 minute. So the up downs, we've done these, I think, one other time this week. But we're just going to come down, jump back, come up. Just like that. You got it for a minute. A little bit of a break, and then we close with jumping jacks. Ready? Go. If you want to make them a little bit tougher, I don't know why you would, but you can push up at the bottom. Or if you're Jenna and you just love burpees, you can just do a full burpee if you want. If the jump back is too much, take your hands down, step back, step up. Make sure at the top, slide those hips forward, get neutral again, get a good reset. Don't just come up here and then go back at it again. I'm not looking for speed. I'm looking for quality. And that was a minute. Give yourself a little bit of a breather. Jumping jacks for a minute, and then you're free. All right, are we ready? Go. If you can't do jumping jacks, and you want to just do a step variation, you can do one of these. If you're exciting and you want to spin, you can even spin. There's nobody here laugh at me today. You're about halfway. Forgot Les's headband again. 15 seconds. 5. And you are free. It is now the weekend. Thank you guys so much for joining us this week. We really appreciate it. Take a minute and cool down. Do some of the stretches. We have a recorded video on stretches if you need them. As I try to catch my breath here. It's hard to do my spiel when I can't breathe. Likes and subscriptions are always appreciated. So are comments. We read every one of them, I promise. If you have any other comments or questions or workouts you'd like to see, videos, need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at virtualwellness@tryhealth.com. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great weekend and a happy Father's Day. Thanks.